We have learned about the different climates on Earth, including the deserts, tropics, tundra, dry, and temperate regions. And we know what kinds of weather appear in each region. But we still don't know where humans fit into each of these regions and how the climate affects us every day. Today we are going to show you some of the ways that climate and weather change how people around the world live and the differences between the people in each region.
A great example of how climate and weather change how people live is how people dress. For example, someone that lives in a tropical climate, such as the rainforest, will not have to wear as many clothes or layers as someone living in the tundra because of how much warmer the rainforest is than the tundra.
Fashion choices also depend on the weather and the climate. Like if you were to wear a hat. A sun hat or a baseball cap may be a good choice in a tropical or dry climate, like the desert, to block out the sun from your eyes or face. A stocking cap may be a good choice during the winter months in a temperate climate or a polar climate to keep your ears and head warm.
Climate also affects the kind of foods that people eat. There are many different kinds of plants that can be eaten or grow certain types of fruits or vegetables, but many species are only found in certain types of climates. For example, oranges can only grow in warm and sunny places like Florida, so the people living there can eat fresh oranges all year round. But in a temperate climate like Iowa, it is too cold for too long to grow oranges, and many of the crops here are seasonal because of how often the seasons change.
Another example of how climate and weather affect what people eat is by what animals can survive in each climate's weather conditions. In Iowa, it is very common to eat beef, and it is easy for cows to live in our climate because we have lots of grassy land and rainfall to keep it growing, and to grow other crops for them to eat. In the desert, it is not common to see cows because of the lack of rain to grow their food.
The climate and weather also affect transportation, or how people get from place to place. In the tundra, lots of people glide across the ice and snow on snowmobiles. In the tropical rainforest, there are less paved roads like the ones that we have here because there are so many trees, so a lot of people travel in boats and canoes on the water or just on foot.
The weather and climate also affect what we do for fun. For example, someone who lives in a warm climate region like the desert or tropical area is more likely to go swimming in the ocean, and someone living in the tundra will be more likely to play hockey.
Thank you for listening to our video on how climate and weather change how people live their lives every day. Can you think of any other ways that our climate in Iowa affects how we live?